Hello, my name is Navigator. In today's quick video, we're going to be reviewing this WWE Elite Collection Survivor Series John Morrison figure. Long story short, San Diego Comic-Con was recently. A bunch of figures got announced. Unfortunately, there was no Johnny TV, no Johnny Elite figures. So what I typically do is when I find out that a figure of a certain wrestler or whatever isn't going to be released for quite some time, I'll finally buckle down and get one of them. So not only that, but I recently have just been kind of on a John Morrison kick, I guess. When I first started even looking into the WWE and all that, John Morrison was one of my favorites. So I looked around, tried to find the right figure that I wanted, and I actually remembered that our good friends at Toying Around in Johnstown, New York, a place that I've been to and reviewed and talked about on the channel here a multitude of times, had this figure I remembered from the last time that I was in there. So I messaged them, asked them if they had this figure, and they did. So I rushed out there and I picked it up, and now we're here reviewing it on the channel. But I'm very excited. Again, always been a fan of John Morrison. I wish they'd do more with him in AEW, but you can't complain. Beggars can't be choosers. With that being said, though, let's take a look at this figure. This is somewhat old. The date here is 2020. This is a 2020 figure. Not bad. Some of the other guys in the line, we got Drew McIntyre, of course, John Morrison, Kane, and then Samoa Joe. I would actually love to have that Samoa Joe. I'm a big fan of his, Big fan of his figures, although I don't have any of his ones from Mattel. But yeah, so let's check it out. It is Wednesday, of course, and AEW is on right now. There's a match on right now that I don't really have any interest in, so I figured I would jump up here and review this, and then I can kind of go back down and mess around with this figure as I'm watching some wrestling. But yeah, there we have it. John Morrison out of the box, still in the packaging. Let's get him out of that packaging. He's got a couple accessories here. Some sunglasses, a tag team belt, and actually I was looking at the back of the box. I did not know that he was ECW champion. That is pretty damn sweet. You think John Morrison of all people, but still. Let's get him out of here. Ooh, this figure looks and feels really, really nice. So let's get him all straightened out. Some issues with the legs, possibly. Let's take a look at the accessories first. The hands that he has equipped are going to be those fisted hands. We also here had those grappling hands, or Lego man hands, as I like to call them. I was looking, damn, I'm putting in the work in the gym. I'm just, that's like a muscle there. Next up here, we have some sunglasses. We will show these on the figure in just a second, but they're pretty basic sunglasses. Although they do have some nice little studded detail on that lens right there. You might be able to see there is some studded detail. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that's for, but. And then finally here, I'm going to take a little gander at this. Yeah, it just seems like just tag team champion, just one of a tag team champion belts. You guys know I love my belts, and I do not have this one, so a nice one to add to the collection. Although you can't really, there's not a lot of detail on it. I feel like there is kind of, but it's hard to read. I don't know. Looks pretty cool, though. I'm just trying to figure out what this thing is on the top there. I know this says tag team champions there, but that little blue piece, I don't know. Ridiculous. Finally here, though, let's take a look at the figure itself, and man, this is really cool, actually. All right. So on the bottom here, no kick pads, but he kind of has these little pom-poms or whatever. I wish it would zoom in. Why is it not focusing? There we go. You can see, I don't know, just some fur on the bottom of the boots. Something going on there, but it's yellow. He got some kind of leather bands holding it together. He's got black boots. Moving up the gear here, at least the pants, he's kind of got this cross thing going on. I don't even know what you would say. They look like a bunch of crucifixes stacked on top of each other, and that pattern is continued onto the back of the legs here and onto the back pockets, which looks super cool. Very early 2000s, this pattern. And it's kind of the same on that belt there. There is some detailing. There's these little diamonds on the belt there, if you guys can see as I go around, but pretty cool. And you can see there's even the brown paint to show that it matches the pants. And I'm curious, it's kind of like a purplish brown, the color here on the pants. Pretty cool, pretty unique. The body mold is very reminiscent of, John Morrison. He's really shredded. That guy was always in great shape, but that looks cool. He's got these really interesting, long elbow pads. I've never seen a figure that has had two of these long elbow pads, but those are pretty sweet. Moves pretty well. These are single jointed arms, I do believe. Almost positive they are. And then, like I said, he's got those fisted hands with some kind of Christian Cage, at least the AEW figure-esque wristbands here with the black and the white. I don't know why we're not focusing today, but you guys get the picture. You know what I'm saying there. And then finally here, with something we do need to focus, is this head sculpt. It is a really, really good head sculpt. Get as close as I can there. You can see how that it just looks perfect. You can see this His sideburns are kind of coming in there too. That looks great. And the hair is just wonderful. This is overall a really nice figure. Got it for 20 bucks, pretty much just retail. So no complaints from me. And I'm just glad to have John Morrison in my collection. So there you go, folks. A quick little review of the WWE Elite Collection Survivor Series, John Morrison from 2020. As always, folks, well, actually, first, thanks, shout out to Toying Around in Johnstown, New York. If you guys are in the central New York area, be sure to go check them out. Once again, they are in Johnstown. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So as always, folks, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.